Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestle Network. This is your Hell in a Cell 2015 review. So, right when the show kicks off, we get news from the announce panel that Undertaker is wrestling his last match in WWE, which kind of makes sense. The guy basically set his career in Hell in a Cell, having all kinds of crazy, intense moments that you will never forget over how many years you watch wrestling. You always remember all these Undertaker moments. So this means no Undertaker versus Sting. And we all know that Sting needs surgery on his spine now, they're saying. So Sting's career is pretty much wrapped up too. So that match is not going to happen. And I don't mind it happen because The Undertaker is giving us all that he has left in his wrestling career. And it's been a great wrestling career. So can't wait to see that match later on tonight. I'm calling the matches on as it goes throughout the show. But we're going to start off with the kickoff show. It's a six-man tag match. But again, thank you for The Undertaker for the awesome career. No doubt it's the right time to hang up the boots and definitely put on a performance tonight, one that we will all remember going on. Alright, getting back into wrestling. The first match we got is on the kickoff show. We got Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, Neville versus Rusev, Bad News Barrett, and Sheamus. One cool move in this match was when Cesaro was on his back, and then you got Neville climbing on his back, doing a backflip onto Sheamus. It was just crazy seeing all these new moves that the wrestlers are putting into their arsenals. Wrestling's just heading in a huge new direction with all this new talent coming into the WWE. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, that was just a really cool moment between Cesaro and Neville, seeing that backflip onto somebody's back onto another person. Pretty cool. And as we know, Dolph Ziggler basically has a fire up under his ass as we have his young brother Tyler Breeze stealing his girlfriend Summer Rae from Dolph Ziggler as he made his debut on SmackDown. So Dolph Ziggler is definitely taking that emotion into this match, nailing all kinds of moves, and he's just definitely fired up about this match. While this match was going on, I noticed a really cool thing in the crowd. It kind of reminded me of WCW. So you got Stardust and the Ascension in the crowd, basically holding up signs like giving their opinion of the match. Kind of remind me of Raven's Flock. That it's pretty cool. They are bringing me back through old times of WCW. So I'm pretty happy that WWE brought that kind of thing into wrestling. It's pretty cool to watch. So that was pretty awesome. Hopefully they do it through the whole show, but I think they're just doing it because of the tag teams in the ring. But if it is going through the whole show, that would be really cool. But yeah, just reminds you of some old wrestling days back in WCW. There's one thing I didn't like about this match. So we're like at the half point in this match. It's about to be over, and all of a sudden it goes into like a WWE ad going on about NXT. I don't like that kind of stuff. If you're gonna have stuff like that, at least have it after the match. It was a pretty cool promo, but still, there's a match going on. There's no need for that crap. Do it after the match is over. That's one thing I really didn't like about that. Kind of remind me of a commercial on live TV when you're paying for the WWE Network $9.99. That shouldn't be happening. So hopefully they listen to the fans and they put that at the end of the match so you can see that, but not during a live match going on. You're missing stuff that's going on in the match. That's the only thing I didn't like about that match, how that randomly went on to an ad. I'm not going to really call it a commercial, but it's kind of like a commercial, but it's like a WWE commercial. That's one thing I didn't like. I really hope they don't do that throughout the whole Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, like randomly halfway in the match they just have a WWE ad. That's really stupid. Another cool moment of this match, you had Cesaro on the outside of the apron, and he does a cannonball into Sheamus, and then he does all kinds of European uppercuts outside the ring to Sheamus on the barricade. That was really cool right there. So the way this match ends, you have Dolph Ziggler hitting a super kick onto Bad News Barrett into the Cesaro swing into the Red Arrow. Your winner of this match are the tag team of Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, and Adrian Neville. Again, this match was really good for a six-man tag match. Only thing I didn't like about it was that ad in the middle of the match. You're missing key moments of the match. So to open up the show, we got John Cena's U.S. Open Challenge, and out comes Zeb Coulter. You thinking maybe Jack Swagger's gonna be returning with the manager services of Zeb Coulter? So Zeb Coulter talks for a little bit, and Zeb Coulter's in a like electrical wheelchair because what happened when he was on live television before when he hurt his leg. So basically he's in that angle with an electrical wheelchair. So he's gonna be managing who? Who is this gonna be? Cena's mystery opponent, Alberto Del Rio. Yes, Alberto Del Rio. I remember I made a couple videos saying that Alberto Del Rio signed with the WWE and was gonna debut really, really soon. And what do we got? Alberto Del Rio in WWE Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. No doubt, Zeb Coulter is a really good manager. I like him as a manager, but where does he fit in with Alberto Del Rio? Last time Alberto Del Rio was on live television, him and Jack Swagger were feuding, and Zeb Coulter was with Jack Swagger saying, "We the people," making fun of illegal immigrants and stuff. It just makes no sense. They were bashing on Alberto Del Rio and illegal immigrants. So this really makes no sense as a manager, but we'll see where it goes. Zeb Coulter really works good with people, so should be really fun to see where Alberto Del Rio and Zeb Coulter go, and Zeb Coulter in an electrical wheelchair. So, as we know, this is John Cena's last match. He's taking a 2-month vacation, basically doing a TV program thing. So, no doubt he's definitely dropping the title tonight. So you're gonna expect Alberto Del Rio to win. So let's get into this match. Let's talk about what happened. So Alberto Del Rio kicks John Cena really hard in the leg, and that was basically the vocal point of this whole match. John Cena has a leg injury, and basically that's where the way they're gonna probably play it, like off television, say that John Cena has a leg injury. That would basically be his angle as injured. It's gonna take 2 months for him to get better. So that's what's happening with John Cena. It appears a big leg injury is coming for some fake wrestling news. But yeah, John Cena gets kicked really hard in the leg, and he's like whimpering, crying. He's like, "Oh, my leg, it hurts." One cool moment of this match that I really liked, you have John Cena all the way at the top of the ropes. You got Alberto Del Rio hitting an Instagari kick off the top ropes, and Cena's pretty high up there, and Cena's pretty tall. So, yeah, that was a really cool moment. I like that. So basically, the way this match ends, pretty crazy way to see Cena get pinned so easy. But yeah, Cena tries to do the attitude adjustment. Del Rio counters it, basically slithering off his shoulders, hits the backbreaker into like a super kick, Del Rio's version of a super kick, and he wins just like that. So pretty quick win, pretty quick match. Not really expecting anything too big because John Cena is getting, of course, a 2-month vacation. Basically, this is how he's going to get written off to TV with a leg injury. So it's pretty good to see Alberto Del Rio in the ring again. Can't wait to see him work with some of the new NXT people coming up. So really good to have Alberto Del Rio in the ring. So let's talk about one thing I didn't like about this match. You have the fans chanting, "You still got it. You still got it." And Alberto's been wrestling other wrestling organizations. He's been wrestling. It's not like he's been off wrestling television for 10 years. Of course, the dude still got it. He's probably one of the top dudes in his prime. So that's one thing I don't like about the crowd always saying this for returning people. Even like Y2J. These people haven't been gone like 10 years, so ease off the "you still got a chance." But all in all, I'll call it a decent match. It ended really quickly. Really wasn't a good match, but yeah, I'll say it was decent. Out of 10 stars. I'll probably rate it a 4. But yeah, it's always good to see Alberto Del Rio back into the ring. Up next, we got Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. So at the beginning of this match, you had Roman Reigns tossing Bray Wyatt like a rag doll. You got Bray Wyatt beating the crap out of Roman Reigns with a kendo stick. One of my favorite parts of this match is when Bray Wyatt sits in a chair and he starts beating the crap out of Roman Reigns with the kendo stick sitting in the chair. That was really cool right there. The biggest factor of this match between Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt really wasn't the Hell in a Cell itself. It basically was tables. There was 3 points of this match where both contenders went through tables. So you got Bray Wyatt picking up Roman Reigns with one hand, slamming through a table outside the ring. Then you got Roman Reigns powerbombing Bray Wyatt through a table inside the ring. Then you got Roman Reigns spearing Bray Wyatt outside the ring through a table. Usually, every time the Hell in a Cell lowers down and you're in basically a cage match, you think the cage is going to be the factor, but in this match, it was the tables. Really cool table moments between Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. So the way this match ends, you have Bray Wyatt trying to basically send Roman Reigns to hell. He puts like two kendo sticks between the ring pads, and he tries to like bring Roman Reigns headfirst into him. And Roman Reigns counters. He grabs one and he hits Bray Wyatt with the kendo stick, and then Roman Reigns does his little roar taunt, and then he hits Bray Wyatt with a spear. Your winner of this match is Roman Reigns. Up next, we got the New Day versus the Dudley Boys for the Tag Team Championships. So, the key factor in this match, no Xavier Woods. Can the New Day win without Xavier Woods? That's the big factor in this whole match. One of my favorite moments of this match is when Kofi Kingston drop kicks both of the Dudley Boys onto the ground. That was a really cool moment by Kofi Kingston drop kicking both of the Dudleys. In this match, at one point, it looks like the ref was going to disqualify the Dudley Boys because Kofi Kingston tosses the trombone to Bubba Ray Dudley, and he's trying to say that, oh, Bubba hit me with the trombone, trying to make it look like Eddie Guerrero. So that was pretty cool, reminding you back then what Eddie Guerrero would lie, cheat, and steal in the ring. But the referee continues the match. He listens to the crowd saying he didn't do it. So the match goes on. But that was a pretty cool moment, reliving one of Eddie Guerrero's old moments. So how this match ended, you had the ref's back turned, and then you had Big E hits Bubba Ray Dudley with the trombone. So of course we know somehow the trombone was going to be a factor in this match without Xavier Woods, it always is. But after that, after he gets hit with the trombone, Kofi Kingston hits the Trouble in Paradise. Of course, Stevens outside the ring working on Big E Langston, and Kofi Kingston would take the opportunity and capitalize on it and take the pinfall and win the match. So the winner of this match, and they retain the Tag Team Championships without Xavier Woods, is the New Day. Up next, we got Charlotte defending her Divas Championship against Nikki Bella. One of the biggest factors of this match was Nikki Bella working on Charlotte outside the ring. And at one point she was on top of the barricade and she jumps off and she puts her knee into Charlotte's spine. Then one point she runs Charlotte into the ring post. In another point of the match she tosses her into the barricade again. So a lot of the offense on Charlotte came outside the ring working on her between the barricade and the ring post. My favorite part of this match is when Charlotte went into Charlotte mode, doing the Ric Flair chops like 20 times like a fucking maniac. It was probably my favorite part of this whole match. So, Nikki Bella powerbombed Charlotte outside of the ring apron. It looked really, really bad. It looked like it hurt Charlotte. I like that move. Kevin Owens basically introduced it, doing it in NXT, and other people have capitalized on it. It's pretty cool. I don't know if it actually really hurts when they do it on somebody. So basically, how this match ends, Charlotte puts in the figure eight and makes Nikki Bella tap out. Your winner of this match is Charlotte and still the Divas champion. Up next, we got Seth Rollins versus Kane for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. My favorite part of the match where Seth Rollins was on top of the ring post and then Kane delivers a huge uppercut and Seth Rollins falls all the way down to the outside of the ring. Another cool moment, Kane's basically taking the top off the announce table, basically sets up for a chokeslam through the announce table to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins reverses it into a powerbomb, powerbombing Kane onto the other announcer's table. So majority of this match, Seth Rollins was in control. Some parts of the match, Kane would reverse with an uppercut, but really nothing too much from Kane. Basically, Seth Rollins just dominated this match. Seth Rollins hits the pedigree and wins the match. The question is, what does this mean for the director of operations for Kane? Because honestly, I don't want to see Kane wrestle anymore. He's just really slow in the ring. It's really sloppy. It's not fun to watch. But him being the director of operations is really fun to watch. And I hope this is not the end of it. But for his wrestling career, I really hope he's thinking of having at least a couple more matches. He's just really slow in the ring. It looks really sloppy. It's just not fun watching Kane anymore in the ring. I think it's time for him to step down from being in the ring and maybe have an other part-time role in WWE like the director of operations or doing something else. To me, it's just not fun watching him in the ring anymore. Up next, we got Kevin Owens versus Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship. There were two key moments that were pretty cool for me in this match, which were Ryback delivering a powerbomb, and you have Kevin Owens delivering a super kick when Ryback was outside the ropes and Ryback fell outside the ring after he got kicked with the super kick. That was my two favorite moments of this match. So one thing I didn't like about this match, you have Ryback getting worked in between the ropes, Kevin Owens delivering punches nowhere near his face, and then after Kevin Owens is done doing his beatdown, Ryback gets up holding his eye when Kevin Owens never punched his eye or anything. I don't know what's up with Ryback, but he's just been wrestling really terrible lately. So the way this match ends, Kevin Owens pop-up powerbomb for the win, and he retains the Intercontinental Championship. But if Ryback really wants to push, he really needs to work for it. He's just been doing really sloppy matches and they're not fun to watch. Up next, your main event, Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, and here we got a lot to talk about. So in the beginning of the match, it looked like Undertaker basically tossed Brock Lesnar headfirst into the ring post, but his hand was up, and then Brock Lesnar was bleeding. Like nowhere did Brock Lesnar get busted open there. But I think what happened was after he basically tried to strike him first with the ring post, he did a couple punches. I think that's what made Brock Lesnar bleed. There was two parts in this match where Undertaker took a beating with a steel chair by Brock Lesnar inside the ring and outside the ring, really, really damaging for the Undertaker, and that's one of the biggest things that he was hurt in the match was with the chair shots. Of course, the Beast went into Suplex City. As he said, Suplex City, bitch. He delivered 3 German suplexes in this match between the Undertaker. One of my favorite parts of the match was when Undertaker stood Brock Lesnar up, put the chair around his neck, then struck Brock Lesnar to the ground with the chair around his neck, and Brock Lesnar hurt his neck doing that. That was a pretty cool move by the Undertaker. One of the things that really ruined this match, they had medics in the ring, not the refs, but actual medics to check up on the wrestlers, seeing if they were hurt or not. And there was a couple moments where they got in the ring, checked on Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker. It really was annoying. That's one thing I really didn't like about this match. So one point in this match, Brock Lesnar exposes the ring apron and the wooden floor is out. First, Undertaker delivers a huge choke slam, then he delivers the tombstone pile driver, and I don't know how, but Brock Lesnar kicked out of that. And in my mind, that's how I knew Brock Lesnar was probably going to win this match. You have exposed wooden hard floor, and he kicked out of a tombstone pile driver on that. So I pretty much knew Undertaker probably was going to give his last match to Brock Lesnar. So basically, how this match ended, Brock Lesnar returned the favor. If you remember at SummerSlam, Undertaker low blowed him and he basically stole the win. So Undertaker delivers the final moment saying it's over. He basically puts the knife up around his throat and he starts sliding it through his eyes, roll back in his head. Brock Lesnar delivers a low blow, followed by the F5 on the hard wooden floor, and your winner of this match is Brock Lesnar. So now we're going to talk about, was it right for Brock Lesnar to win? My opinion, it was a really good match. Undertaker gave it his all. Awesome match. I think it was right for Brock Lesnar to win. I'm not mad about that. What I was mad about was the ending of the match, and what happened was Undertaker gives Brock Lesnar the thumbs up that he did one of the best matches he ever been in, saying you're the next big thing. And Undertaker basically has a moment with the fans, basically doing the final salute. And then what happens? The lights go out, and here comes the Wyatt family. So the Wyatt family are coming down to the ring. Undertaker's stumbling to his feet, can't even make it to his feet. They surround the ring, and there's four of them. They deliver the worst beating to the Undertaker he can ever get. And after they're done with the beating, they basically carry him out of the ring like a crucifixion. He was basically like a cross. It was just really messed up. So I don't know if this is the end for The Undertaker having that little segment with the Wyatt family at the end. Maybe Survivor Series we see something happen, but likely they said it's his last match, so maybe it's his last match, or maybe he'll have something with the Wyatt family going into Survivor Series where The Undertaker started his WWE career. So we're definitely going to have to stay tuned with that. Honestly, I hope something happens at Survivor Series with Undertaker and the Wyatt family, since Undertaker started his career at Survivor Series. So you think something's going to happen with that really bad beatdown? Then they carry him out like a cross. It's just crazy the way it ended at the end of the pay per view. So you figure something's got to happen on Monday Night Raw. So what's going to happen out of this? Do you guys think Undertaker is really done with WWE after the way that pay per view ended? Or do you think that was the way for The Undertaker to go out, basically dying in the ring, and they carry him out, basically taking the old dog in the back of the shed and delivering its final blows? What do you guys think? Or do you think the Wyatt family's going to try to resurrect The Undertaker? To me, honestly, I don't think that's going to happen, but something has to happen with this. But maybe that was WWE or Undertaker's final wishes to go out on the company, basically dying in the ring and being carried out. I don't know, but to me, that's kind of a crappy way if you're a Taker fan to see him go out. That's just my honest opinion. So, grading this pay per view, I'm going to have to give it a 7 out of 10. There was just a lot of sloppy things in this pay per view. And that ending was just really sad between The Undertaker. That is the way he's going to go out in this business. But yeah, just a lot of sloppy things in this pay per view. It should have been built up a lot better. Some of these matches were not booked right. You should have had, like, they had first John Cena coming out for the US Open Challenge. You think you would rank these belts better going into the pay per view. It was just not ranked the right way going in. I agree, Undertaker should have been in the main event, but they should have booked it better. Why is the Intercontinental Championship Kevin Owens versus Ryback the second to last match? It just makes no sense, and that match was absolutely terrible. Mostly the booking because of Ryback. He's just been really crappy wrestling lately. I don't know what's up with him, but I don't understand what was up with the scheduling for this pay per view, the lineup. It was just goddamn awful bad. But main event, definitely booked it right. Undertaker deserves to go out on the main event. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Definitely share your comments down below on what you think of this pay per view. And leave a like if you liked my commentary on this. I really work hard, definitely trying to include everything, key moments, everything that happens in this match. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to do this, but I definitely like to share with you guys. So This is my Hell in a Cell 2015 review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and peace.